Come on. Hello, everybody. I am taking Rhyles out for a walk today. Rhyles. He's a nice big husky. Very lovable. So how's everybody doing today? Rhyles. I usually like to give him treats and stuff when I can. Rhyles. He loves treats and stuff. This is my walk with Rhyles. We're here in San Francisco, close by Alamo Square. I walk Rhyles every day, Monday through Friday, like around 12:30, 12:45. He's a good boy. That's it. Good boy. I love walking dogs for Wag. I have 2 regular clients every day. I have one on 4th and Channel with Samurai, which I have another video of. And I have this guy over here, Rhyles. After my walk with Samurai. I like it. He loved it too. Just let him do his thing. I'm walking down Steiner Street right now. I just let him sniff around and take a pee or whatever he needs to do. Let him do his business. Oh boy. I try to get him to sit on the street corner. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Sometimes I have a clicker with me. I'll show you. I carry the clicker with me. Just so that. I'll be terrified if he doesn't get the whole time. He knows what he's doing. No, sit. 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 Stay. He's a good boy. Let's go. I usually walk him on Steiner to Turk or Alice. I walk him up to Pierce and then walk him back home on Pierce. He's a nice big boy. Stay. Rhyles. You're a good boy. Come on. Very lovable. Rhyles, sit. Sit. He knows what he's doing. Oh! Wait. No, sit. Good boy. Let's go. I took clicker training classes at the Karen Academy online. I could have taken the in-person class if I wanted to, but the in-person class was $3,000 or so, and the online class was 100 or 200 at the most. So I took the online class. Of course, some people would say that the in-person class is better because you're actually working with dogs versus learning through like a book and then getting a test after every lesson, right? Hey, Rhyles, let's go. Good boy. He's a sniffer. He also likes to pick up stuff and eat, so you really have to be careful when you're not looking that he doesn't pick up stuff that he's not supposed to. Some dog owners like to put muzzles on their dogs so that they don't pick up, you know, like the cage muzzles so they don't pick up stuff. I think the cage muzzles are the best ones that you are having. They're better than the other ones. That's my opinion. I know people have different opinions on those. But I would recommend the cage muzzle, because the cage muzzle allows you to give your dog treats, but they can't bend down and pick up stuff. Muzzles are great for dogs who like to eat random stuff on the street. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Usually when you're starting off, you like to start with treats when you're doing clicker training. Then after a while you can wean them off the treats, and every time you click you can like give them a hug and say good boy. That way they're not depending on treats to do stuff good or do stuff that you want them to do per se. Let's go here on Eddie. Sometimes I walk all the way to Alice, but I'm walking to Eddie today. It's another beautiful sunny day here in San Francisco. I walk these dogs for half an hour a day, 5 days a week. Those are my only two everyday clients, so Samurai in the morning and this guy in the afternoon. And then I'm pretty much free the rest of the day, except for Tuesdays and Thursdays. Sometimes on Tuesday, I walk another dog in the afternoon after this guy on Castro Street. And on Thursdays, sometimes I walk that dog on Castro Street. And then in the early evening, on Thursdays, I have a walk with a Frenchie, a French Bulldog named Tilly, who lives on San Bruno Avenue here in San Francisco. So I am a wag walker in San Francisco. I love walking dogs for WAG. They recently just switched payment companies. They switched to Stripe, I think it's called. They used to be on another company, I forget the name right now, but now you can see your payment. Yeah, now you can see your payments on the dog walking app. So this is Pierce. Again, I walked the dog on Steiner all the way down from Steiner and Fulton to Steiner and Eddie or Ellis. Then I walk him back on Pierce Street. So now I have a doggy bag. So he took his poo. Now you gotta clean up the dog poo, of course. Always recommend that you clean up the dog poo after they poo. Because that's your job. That's part of your job as a dog walker. I don't like to leave the poo where they left it off. The only time I don't clean up dog poo is if they poo in like a bush or something where I can't really get to it. But if they poo like on the street or on the sidewalk, then I take the doggy bags out and I need to replenish my dog treats. There's all sorts of different kinds of dog treats you can use. You can use like the milk bones, or I would recommend that you don't use dog treats that are radiated, because that can be really bad for the dog. Come on, Rhyles. You don't ever want to use radiated food, especially for the animals. I would recommend using like organic. They have organic chicken, beef, and duck treats for dogs, which a lot of dogs like. They like meat flavored treats versus like the milk bones and stuff. That's what I would recommend, meat flavored treats. You can get them at like your local pet food store like Petco and PetSmart and Pet Food Express. Or you can go to websites like chewy.com. Amazon might have some too. Some people like to make their own dog treats. If you feel so inclined to, you may. Hello. But it's totally up to you. Come on, boy. He's a good boy. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. I like teaching dogs to walk by you when you're taking them for walks. You can always do this. Come on. Like I said, theoretically you want to. Every time you click, you want to give them a treat. But I am all out of treats for today. So I got to replenish some at home when I get home. But yeah, this is my walk with Rhyles here in the wonderful city of San Francisco. I know it is hilly here. Sit. Sit. Rhyles, sit. Sit. Time to take a picture. So, during every walk or wag, they want you to take a picture of the dog. Rhyles, look here. I don't mind taking pictures of the dog. Look at this beauty. Look here. He opened her mouth on that one. I can take another picture. He's a beauty, isn't he? You just wait. Wait. Look at him. Nice big husky. Let's go. This is Golden Gate Avenue. I love bigger dogs. I love huskies. The biggest dog I have walked so far is a 100-pound Mastiff. He was a puller, but that was okay. Also, if you have a dog that's pulling, I would recommend using like a head halter clipped on to a body harness versus using a prong collar that could potentially harm your dog if you don't know how to use one correctly. I know there are a lot of pro prong collar people, but I myself believe in positive reinforcement versus negative reinforcement. Like you, I don't believe in teaching a dog that something is bad by doing something to them. Sit. Sit. Rhyles, sit. Sit. Good boy. I believe in positive reinforcement, meaning that if they do something good, then you reward them. Reward-based training. I myself am a reward-based trainer on the side when people need me to train the dogs. I haven't trained a dog in a while, but if people ask, I can help train their dogs. I'm mostly versed in pulling dogs on walks. I used to volunteer at the San Francisco SPCA, and I worked a lot with the shy, fearful dogs. You know, dogs that are scared, or dogs that are shy, like that will not come up to you at the beginning, which I loved. But due to working with WAG, I had to stop volunteering at the SPCA. But I can always go back and volunteer at the SPCA on occasional weekends if I wish to. You're a good boy. See, he's not pulling anymore, which is good. Sometimes when I still have time on the walk timer, I walk him a little bit in this park. Sit. Rhyles, sit. Rhyles, sit. Good boy, sit. Sit. Oh, no. Sit. Rhyles, sit. Good boy. Time to go across the street. I like to check the dog walking timer to see how much time I have left to walk the dog. Okay, so it says I walked him for 23 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. Sometimes I don't go the full half hour. Sometimes I go 28 minutes, 27 minutes. You don't have to take them for the full half hour at time. I mean, some owners will give you leeway of like 2 to 3 minutes. Sometimes you go over half of the hour. Like sometimes you walk the dog for like 35 minutes or 32 minutes. But if you go under, the app will let you know. Then ask you to explain yourself as to why you went under. But most dog owners are okay with like if you take them in at 28 minutes or 27 minutes, or sometimes even 26 or 25 minutes, as long as you aren't way under, like you only take the dog out for like 15 minutes or something. Of course, there are other dog walking companies which I have not tried out for. I have walked dogs for WAG since 2015. So this would be my 4th year. I love it. I would not walk dogs for any other company. I know a few people that walk dogs for companies like Rover. I'm sure they're a great company. Wag, it differs from Rover in the sense that Rover does not book the walks for you. You pretty much have to find your own. People contact you on Rover and ask you want them to walk. Or Rover is more of a pet sitting company than a dog walking company. Though Wag also offers pet sitting, or you can either sit pets at your place or you can go to other people's places to sit their pet. Come on, boy. Which is something that's fairly new within a year or two. But mainly we're a dog walking company. And we also don't walk dogs in packs. There are a lot of dog walking companies where you have to have a car and you pick up, let's say, 4 or 5 dogs, and then you pick them up at multiple locations and you drive to some dog park or some park like Golden Gate Park or something, and you walk them for like half an hour or an hour, and then you take them back to your car and you drop them off in their homes. We don't do that kind of dog walking. Our dog walking is more one-on-one. So for most of the time, you basically just take the dog out, 1 or 2 dogs out, but not from multiple locations. We take, if a dog owner has multiple dogs, it's usually taking out their dogs, all of their dogs at the same time, versus picking up dogs from different locations and just going to a park or something. Like I said, our dog walking is more one-on-one. That gives us more time to be with the dog, and it's easier for the dog walkers versus having to watch after 4 or 5 different dogs that live in different houses. Besides, the problem with that, with picking up multiple dogs, is you don't really know whether the dogs get along with each other or not, which could be a major problem for some people. Also, you have to be very careful nowadays because the dog flu is going around. Come on. Sometimes some dogs like to chew on grass. That's because they don't get enough nutrients in their food, and they get nutrients in the grass. Anyways, there's a dog flu going around, so I would recommend that people, if you can, get your dog vaccinated as soon as possible. Rhyles, sit. 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 Good boy. Let's go. Yeah, so I'd like to video any new dog clients I have. And upload them to my YouTube channel, which you can find right here at youtube.com. Come on, Rhyles. We are almost done with our walk for today. great taking you guys on this journey down Fulton and Steiner, down Steiner Street, and back on Pierce through part of the Alamo Park. I will see you guys next time. Signing off for me and Rhyles here in San Francisco. Have a great, awesome day. Goodbye.